Sponsored by rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 85% on prescription drugs. rxcardclub.com. Indica vs Sativa vs Hybrids. Indica, Cannabis Indica, and Sativa, Cannabis Sativa, are the two main types of marijuana plants from which other cannabis hybrids can be made. When comparing indica versus sativa versus hybrids, you will notice differences in not only their Deltatetrahydrocannabinol THC, and cannabidiol CBD, content but also in the kind of psychoactive effects they induce. /r/n/r/n Different strains of cannabis are used for different ailments or effects. Indica tends to be more relaxing, while sativa is more energizing. Understanding these effects and why they happen can help you to pick the correct strain. It allows growers to create new hybrids with different, specific effects. /r/n/r/n This article discusses the difference between indica, sativa, and cannabis hybrids. It also explains the chemical and physical differences between the plants as well as their effects and uses. /r/n/r/n Delta-9-tetrahydrocannabinol THC, and cannabidiol CBD, are two compounds known to produce the effects of cannabis. These compounds, called cannabinoids, affect the brain differently. /r/n/r/n Among other things, THC causes the high associated with cannabis use, while CBD does not. On the flip side, CBD can help ease symptoms of depression, while THC generally does not. /r/n/r/n To this end, the amount of THC and CBD that indica, sativa, and hybrids contain may enhance certain effects and reduce others. The relative amount of each is described as the CBD-THC ratio, with 1:1 describing an equal amount of each. /r/n/r/n Generally speaking, sativa plants contain more THC than CBD, while indica plants either contain more CBD than THC or equal amounts of both. /r/n/r/n There are also certain hybrids that are specifically bred to increase the THC content, including strains like Bedrocan. Other hybrids are grown to increase the CBC content, including strains like Harlequin. /r/n/r/n Although the CBD-THC ratio can vary between crops and growers, here is how indica, sativa, and the hybrids generally compare. /r/n/r/n Both indica and sativa act on a part of the nervous system called the endocannabinoid system, ECS. But, because their THC and CBD content differ, they act on the ECS in slightly different ways. /r/n/r/n THC activates the ECS by binding to two different nerve receptors. /r/n/r/n CBD does not bind to CB1 and CB2 receptors but appears to indirectly stimulate them. By doing so, CBD may exert some of the positive effects of THC, while avoiding some of the psychoactive effects. /r/n/r/n Here is a breakdown of some of the conditions that THC and CBC can treat. /r/n/r/n Because indica and sativa contain different ratios of THC and CBD, their uses can vary. Researchers from the Western University of Health Sciences characterized this in a study published in 2014 based on how indica and sativa were used by consumers. /r/n/r/n Among the hybrids, studies have shown that changes in the CBD and THC content also dictate where these strains are used. /r/n/r/n When comparing indica and sativa, the first factor people often consider is how they make you feel. Although this can vary, the THC and CBD content determines their effect on the brain and moods. /r/n/r/n Comparatively, /r/n/r/n Cannabis use may cause side effects that differ from person to person. Cannabis products that are CBD predominant, like indica and Harlequin, may cause side effects such as /r/n/r/n Cannabis products that are THC predominant, like sativa and Bedrocan, can cause the same side effects as CBD-predominant products. However, as THC specifically affects the brain, it can cause other effects like /r/n/r/n. Additionally, research suggests that early THC use in teens and adolescents may impair the brain's development, affecting memory, thinking, and learning. /r/n/r/n. Growers can immediately tell the difference between indica and sativa plants just by looking at them. Their physical differences are that obvious. /r/n/r/n. Indica plants are shorter. They usually grow up to 2 to 4 feet and are compactly branched, giving them a bushy appearance. Indica leaves are also broader. /r/n/r/n. Anton Petrus Getty Imagesrnrn Sativa plants grow taller than indica plants, with the ability to reach between 5 and 18 feet or more. Sativa leaves are thin and the plants have fewer branches. /r/n/r/n. Promote Polyamate Getty Imagesrnrn Hybrids, created from the crossbreeding or cross-pollination of two different cannabis plants, can vary in appearance depending on the parent plants. /r/n/r/n. Cannabis sativa and cannabis indica are the two main types of cannabis. Sativa has a higher THC content, making it more energizing and delivering the characteristic high one expects with cannabis. Indica has a higher CBD content and induces calm, making it ideal for relieving stress, anxiety, and pain. /r/n/r/n. There are also low CBD hybrids like Harlequin that work similarly to indica without the risk of getting stoned. High THC hybrids like Bedrocan are used more for medicinal purposes and may cause anxiety in sensitive people. /r/n/r/n/r/n/r/n. Thank you. Form.email, for signing up. /r/n/r/n. There was an error. Please try again. /r/n/r/n. rxcardclub.com. Get a free prescription drug card and save up to 80% on prescription drugs.